All right, so now we're gonna move on to doing our Scream Siren look. Got Amy right here, and we're gonna go ahead and add some of our anti-gravity. We can use a pretty generous amount of this. We're using this, in this instance, as a setting lotion. Our anti-gravity is our oil-free volumizer. It's got long-lasting, weightless hold. We also have lavender flower water in here, which really helps balance that scalp and its oil production. Work it all through the hair. All right, now we're gonna dry her until she's 100% dry. And the texture that we're looking for at the end here is really a straight frizz. Amy's got a little bit of a wave to her hair, so we use our fingers to pull that wave out so her hair is straight. If we don't want it silky smooth at this point, we really want to rough that cuticle up, we want some texture to it. Really helping getting that product in there, becoming part of the hair. So we're going to take our wide tooth comb, and we're going to comb all through the hair, making sure we get out any of those little clumpy pieces that are stuck together. And at this point, with the consistency, with that product being in the hair dried like that, it feels pretty brittle. So that just means we've got enough of that product in the hair. So now that we're entirely combed through, we'll go ahead and part our hair. We're going to do a middle part. Or you can do it wherever you like. We're just going to do a middle part for Amy. And part her all the way back down to the nape of her neck. Now we're going to divide the head into two sections, front and back. We're going to go just behind the ear. Make sure you're getting a nice clean section. Now we're going to take this front section here, we're going to divide that into two sections just above the eyebrow. Keeping that section horizontal. Alright, now we want to take our curling iron. Just take the clamps off of these and just make them rods. And we're going to wrap it around the hair, always keeping that rod horizontal, right about at our eye level. And we're going to wrap that hair around, making sure that that hair is not twisting. That hair nice, flat, and smooth against that rod. Alright, so I'm going to gently release that curl. I'm going to take one of our curlers, and starting at the bottom of the curl, we're going to wind that hair up, making sure it's nice and smooth, and that end's wrapped real nice and smooth around there. If you have any little pieces like this, just make sure that they get nicely wrapped around there. Now we're going to start with this bottom section here. Do the same thing with our wrap. Make sure that hair is getting wrapped nice and smooth around there, not twisting up. Just gently release that curl, feed it onto that roller. And these curlers are great because they've got very fine hair-like bristles on there that really help you roll it up and get it smooth in there. They're also vented, letting that air really get in there. Helping them cool quickly and keeping everything nice and smooth. So we'll move on to this other front section here. We're going to do the same thing. Alright, so now we're going to move on to our back sections. We want to match this one up here with that front section going straight across. And with this one, we're going to start with that bottom section. So you want to swing this towards the front. Let that top section just fall here. All right, so you see how we're starting to kind of sweep around this way. And then we'll move on to our next section. Now we really do want a smooth silhouette up around that crown area, so we're not pulling that curl all the way to the top. We're really wanting to start our waves on those mid-lengths. Secure that last one, and now at this point we're going to let her rest for about 10 minutes. Let that cool down. It's just as important that hair cools down as it is when it heats up. That cooling down is really the part that helps it set. All right, now that we've let our hair cool down for a good 10-15 minutes, we're going to go ahead and take them out, starting at the base in the front here. Just pop right out, just gently unwind them. Then we can start working through the style with our fingers, just gently breaking these curls up. And then we'll take our wide tooth comb. Just keep brushing through until you see these waves starting to form here. So once you start seeing those form, you're going to secure those, hold them in place with our pin clips. So get that first wave right here. And then keep working down the hair, pinning those waves into place. All right, now we're going to take our session spray. Just give it a good spray down. This is a strong, bold finishing spray. It's got excellent memory, and it's got resistance to very high humidity. We've also got hydrolyzed wheat proteins in here, and there's also a UV shield to protect your color. It's got a very fine mist. You can brush through it without getting that flakiness. So we would let that sit for a couple of minutes. And then starting over here, we're going to take them out from the bottom up to the top here, brushing these waves out as we go up. And we've got our screen siren look. If you want to modernize it a little bit, just give it one last brush through. Give that a little toss with our fingers. Make it a little bit more modern. There you have it. There's our screen siren.